This is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the message of the Divine Masculine for his beloved for the week of October 1st to October 7th. It's like time flies so fast. We're here in October and it's Christmas again. Okay, anyway, the rain has stopped, and if you did watch the reading, the Twin Flame Weekly reading, which I uploaded before this one, yeah, because I'm still doing this, and that's still rendering in the video. Okay, the rain has stopped. It rained for about 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes, and it was just, the thing is, this is not the kind of rain that we're used to, wherein it spurts. It's like all of a sudden the heavens decide to throw up in this massive, heavy, really dense rain. Okay, and in that short span of time, sections of the city were flooded almost around 3 to 4 feet thigh high, or waist high, even in some. I saw it on the news earlier, and it just goes to show really how the earth is changing, the climate is changing, and it seems like whatever Al Gore said like decades before about climate change, and people are just shrugging it off, well, it's finally here. Okay, and we have to cope, and we have to support the earth through all these changes, and to also protect and take care of our physical bodies, because the weather condition, it's becoming extreme. Okay, so anyway, I did tell you about the GDRP changes in my site. So for all those who hail from the EU and the EEA, the website is now GDRP compliant, and so have no fear, your information is safe with me. I don't sell it to anyone, I don't share it with anyone, and so your privacy is kept with the utmost confidentiality. Okay, so there. Okay, let's get on with the message. So as always, I've already prayed over the cards and shuffled them, and at the bottom of the deck, and this usually talks about the status of the Divine Masculine. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Swords, and as you can see, I really associate the Ace of Swords with the Diamond Sword of Truth of Archangel Michael. So here, his higher self, of course, his higher self would always be in possession of the truth, but this has dawned on him already. Okay, it's like an epiphany regarding his enlightenment. So these two cards together, they're awesome, especially when depicting the state of the Divine Masculine. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords here for the truth, the Sun for enlightenment in all aspects, and here look at this cherub here, seeing the reflection of himself from the water. I don't know if you can see it there. Okay, the little boy is reflected in the pool of water. So now he can see his own reflection. It's illuminated. Okay, so that everything that he is here is reflected, and this would be below, and this would look, the pool of water here would represent the stars. So this is really enlightenment in all aspects, whether it's his shadow aspects, whether it's the knowing of how things stand right now. And here we have the High Priestess. So these three cards, they're very well, they're awesome. They're amazing when it comes to the Divine Masculine, because look at this. Because he is now enlightened, and there's this illumination here. Now he's being granted access. The High Priestess, she acts like a gatekeeper for the esoteric mysteries, the sacred mysteries. Okay, and as you all know, because you've all gone through your own personal ascension journeys, that the road towards enlightenment it's not hard, it's not easy rather, okay, because a lot of things that you held dear before, what you thought you believed to be true, uh, they get challenged because the way you view the world, the galaxies, yourself, your soul, your body, your spirit, it becomes expansive. But it is so expansive that the universe allows us this wisdom a little at a time, because it would be overwhelming for your 3D body, 3D consciousness to comprehend. But here, acting as a gatekeeper, look, the divine masculine now allowing him to move further along in his journey. Okay? And then we have the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse. See? So here, if before the Nine of Swords indicated a lot of suffering that the divine masculine was going through, a lot, this would include anguish, whether it would be because of dilemmas that he would face, in his own personal life as regards the choices that he needs to make, or the choice that he didn't make as regards his beloved. You can see here it's now reversed, and that anguish is being transformed. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. It's turning now. Okay, and the Eight of Swords here reversed. This indicates that the former paralysis of the divine masculine, because he has powered through this stage of his ascension that kept him in place, okay, for lack of understanding, for fear. Now, look, since the Eight of Swords is reversed, that indicates movement forward. He's no longer paralyzed. Okay, so that would be the update on the divine masculine collective right now. Okay, now let's open the cards here. First, we have the Nine of Wands. These cards would signify his message for his beloved. Then we have the Three of Cups. Then we have the Six of Wands. And then we have the Fool card. Then we have the Seven of Swords. Then we have the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, give me a moment here. Okay, look, this card, this sort of a message in two parts. Okay, this card, the Fool card, indicates a 0-point field for the divine masculines. First of all, what is he telling his beloved for this week? Number one, he's holding strong. Okay, this Nine of Wands, it's a valor. You can see all these wands are almost approaching him, but he's holding the ninth wand with such valor, such energy, that the ninth wand actually explodes. You can see his face there is obscured already, because he's simply almost devoured by that energy in holding on to this wand to really guard himself, protect himself, okay, from whatever situation that may arise. And guarding what situation? It would be the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups here, we see this woman. She's dancing through turbulent waters. You can see the energy of the waves here, okay, and even how her hair is really strewn about because of the current. So these are turbulent times, but despite the turbulence of emotions, okay, you can see here that there is a persistence to really hang on to this image of Three of Cups, which indicates abundance and happiness and joy, despite the turbulent emotions that he's had to go through. This is what he's hanging on to. This the the current here that forms as waves, that is what he is sort of guarding himself against, okay, or powering through. Okay, it almost reminds me of Noah parting the Red Seas. So he's with the force of his willpower. Okay, even if the situations that the divine masculine right now is somewhat turbulent to him, he's powering through because of the Six of Wands, and this is the victory card. This is the victory that he wants to achieve. Okay, so he's holding fast for that. And now, as he moves and powers through this new beginning for him, okay, he's telling his beloved that he's kind of saying that he's laying out almost his like insecurities, his fear. He's showing his vulnerability, and I really am not surprised that this energy is coming up, because like I said in my earlier videos, the masculine is connected, the divine masculine is connected with the divine feminine part of him, wherein it allows himself to be vulnerable, to acknowledge the fears that he has, and then let it go. And with that surrender, there's a trust in the universe, because that would be these three cards, okay? And he's just connecting, especially for those who are still in separation with their divine masculines, and you only connect energetically, then this would be the message for you regarding him. So he's telling his beloved that, look, here we have the Seven of Swords, and here in starting anew, because the Seven of Swords really indicates it's almost like a vacillation in terms of effort, because of uncertainty. Okay, here we have, this is a clown and is sitting with a Dune's cap here, and you can see there are two swords upright, and then there are two swords that are pointing downwards. Okay, so this would be the positive aspects of the situation. This would be negative. It's very mental. Okay, so it's almost like he's at a standstill, and there are three other swords that are being offered to him, and he doesn't quite know where to go, where to put these swords. So like I said, this is a very mental thing for the divine masculines, wherein he almost feels that he's not standing on solid ground when it comes to this new phase in his conscious existence, in his life that he is approaching. Okay, so there's a bit of the word that really comes to me is vacillation, because you don't know what to pick. Okay, but the good thing is there are new thoughts, ideas that he's now considering. Okay, because before he couldn't move because this was a stalemate. Okay, it's like when you make the decision tree and your pros and your cons are just about equal, and when you can't make up your mind and you really have to make a decision, it all boils down to a coin toss, okay, to a coin toss, right? But here, with this new beginning, because he's now open, look at this, he's now illumined, he's now being given access to the esoteric secrets, or even if this also could denote a more solid connection with his higher self, with his subconscious, so that he is given more guidance and really a better overview of things, of how things fall into place in the grander scheme of things. If before he was a bit myopic in his vision, wherein this is my life here on earth, this is all there is, and YOLO, okay? It's not like that anymore. Okay, and that those are symbolized by these three swords here. So these are new thoughts that really are crucial in the interplay of this, because look, there is still one sword. Even if he puts one in the negative column, the other one in the positive column, there is a tiebreaker. Okay, and he's going to realize that. So this vacillation in terms of conceptual things relating to his new beginning, he's going through that. Okay, and here we have the Seven of Wands, or he could be talking about, because the divine masculine could be addressing here also the fears of the divine feminine, depending on what type of your situation is. But let's stick to the divine masculine as it relates to this new start point for him. Okay, and then here we have the Seven of Wands, and again, this is a card of great courage, of valor. So you can see here that and why does this card is very important, especially since it's the middle card between these two cards, because he's meeting his insecurities with much valor, pretty much like here it's almost it's like inverse. Okay, so wait, I'm jumping the gun. Okay, let me explain first this card, and then I will talk about the inverse there. Okay, so here we have here great valor, fending off really all the other wands that he thinks are not necessary and will just cloud his judgment. It's like a buffet spread wherein everything is good, but the thing is, there's this dish that you have that's maybe it's a specialty dish of the place, and you're making that your priority. Okay, so he needs to know, among all the things that he wants to achieve with this new beginning, what is most important to him. And that's why he's fending off all these other wands. Okay? And then we have here the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles, this is a card that really indicates challenges, okay? Challenges, loss. It's usually called the Beggar card. And here we have a man who is downcast. He's being supported by his staff, which means he needs support, okay? And he's reaching out for this golden flower here, this golden rose. But of course, there's the uncertainty if this rose is real or just an illusion. Because when you are operating from a place of need, anything, seems good. If you're hungry, you could eat a horse, okay? It doesn't matter. You would, like in survival, when you have to survive in the jungle, you get the first source of protein that you can find, okay? Because even if it's earthworms or, I don't know, beetles. Do beetles have protein? I think they do. Okay, or I don't know, snake or lizards, things that you really have to eat. So he's reaching for that, but he's quite unsure if it's real. And that's why this uncertainty, he's also fending that off. Okay, also fending off this this unstable effort because of the doubt. of whether or not that's going to fit in with any of these, with the pros or the cons. And I was speaking about the inverse of the cards because look here. We have here on this side, okay, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands. So he's telling, on the one hand, he's telling his beloved here that he's using great courage, great strength to power through his emotions and keep this happiness, this abundance that he is visualizing in sight, so that eventually he can come forward in this new beginning, right? And then he is, on the other hand, telling his beloved that even if she or he, no, she, this is the reading of the Divine Masculine, right? If she has doubts, if she is almost at a stalemate because she doesn't know what's going to be presented, she just can't quite categorize it. But for such a long time, it has been a stalemate for the both of them. He's telling her, look, he is going to power through. He doesn't quite know where he's going to end up after all this effort, but he is powering through it, okay? And it's all part and parcel of his journey in this new phase, as he imbibes the new consciousness that he has been given access to allow him movement from a place where he could not move. He was immobilized. He was paralyzed. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. And as I mentioned, I have a new Ascension tool on offer, and this is really in preparation for 11/11 because usually by this time we have been doing exercises in the art of creation, manifestation, and all that. And however, hold on. However, there are still some blocks, especially those who have residual anger born out of disappointment, and whether that leads to resentment. And this is very subtle, but it's still a block towards everything else. And the thing is, that's why I was guided to come up with this Ascension tool, okay, the Forgiveness Reiki. And when it comes to Reiki, it's direct from the source, and you add the divine healing codes to it. It works. It goes to the places that you may not have realized still contain that residual anger, residual resentment. And so for those who feel that they need it in order to really clear themselves and get ready for the next for 11/11 especially, okay, do check out the Forgiveness Reiki, which is 30 minutes of Reiki with divine codes for forgiveness, whether it's between you and your twin or with somebody else, betrayal, the wounds of betrayal, abandonment, especially for those who are still in separation and who feel this. Okay, and to lift the resentment and vibrate with the frequency of peace, and for harmony and resolution after conflict with others. And of course, after that, you have to really build up your self-love and self-worth, because that goes hand in hand with being betrayed. You feel you weren't enough, or being disappointed because you weren't picked. Okay, and then of course we have the consolation and comfort to the soul that only the Divine Mother can give. Okay, so there, if you feel that you need that, do check that out. And if you do visit the site, please don't forget to fill up the consent form as required by the GDRP. Okay, so I know this is late. It's because I was doing that slide and it took me a while to do it. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. new energies are coming in, and it's best that we be prepared for them. We've had a very difficult past 3 quarters, okay, and this new energy is coming in, and it's more supportive, I'm feeling, okay, but we have to do the work also on our end. And so that's it. Take care, everyone. Okay, bye.